What is up, guys? Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Today's video, I'm going to be walking you through 3 delicious, high protein, healthy lunch meals that you can whip up very, very easily. Now, I know a lot of you are sitting there thinking, well, I don't know what I'm going to be having for lunch. There's not a whole lot out there that is quick and on the go and healthy at the same time, but I'm here to solve that problem for you. So I want to provide you with 3 super easy, high protein alternatives to the lunch ideas that are out there currently. So without further ado, guys, here is 3 super simple, healthy, and very delicious lunch meals that you can whip up super quick. So the first lunch meal we're going to be doing is one of my personal favorites. It's going to be a hearty bagel burger, and they are absolutely delicious. So first and foremost, guys, starting off, pan on the stove. So while that is preheating, we're going to prepare the rest of the ingredientes. Now, like I mentioned, this is a hearty bagel burger. So we're going to need the futuristic toaster for this. While it is not absolutely necessary, a nicely toasted bagel is going to go much better. So we're going to be going with multi-grain bagels. Now, I love these. They're more dense in carbs, which is perfect if you're trying to bulk up. We'll leave these for the time being, and we're gonna smash up a bit of avo. We're gonna go in with 100 grams of avocado. Now, the Hass avocados are the absolute best. Avocados in general are sick. They are loaded in healthy fats, and they're a great addition. They're just so fresh to every kind of meal that you could ever think of. I'm gonna give that a nice mash up. 1 squeeze of a lime, few cracks of pink salt. Now, these aren't absolutely necessary. The salt, I would recommend. The lime isn't 100% necessary, but it's gonna help a lot. Now, we don't want it to be too mashed up. We wanna have a nice, even balance between chunky and smooth. So that is all done. We can go in with our burgers. Now, I'm gonna be having 2. Obviously, if you wanna increase the amount of calories of this, you can just add more, or if you wanna decrease it, just have 1. But I'm a big boy, I wanna eat some calories. So the burgers I'm going with are grass-fed beef. These are absolutely sick. Quality is so important when it comes to specific cuts of beef, especially when it comes to burgers. Uno, dos. I'm just gonna give these bad boys a salt, drizzle of olive oil, move that bad boy around. We're gonna go one side, 3 minutes each. While that's going, we'll toast our bagels up in the futuristic toaster. Now, for those of you who did not know, these numbers here, right, if you weren't aware, they actually refer to minutes. So that's gonna be an easy guide for how long you should be actually cooking up your bagels or your toast. Figure it out. I like mine nicely, lightly brownly toasted. That is such a good sentence. Bagels are all done. All right, while the burgers finish cooking, we're gonna prepare the rest of the bagels. So grab the avocado we prepped before. We're gonna take the bottoms and we're gonna spread that on. Now, there is a hole in the middle, so try and make sure it doesn't go through that. You know, sometimes we wanna get it in the hole, but this time, we want to leave the hole alone. Be liberal with it, all right? We love avocado here. It's also an incredibly good alternative to a lot of sauces you can buy in stores because they're going to be loaded in sugar, whereas this is going to apply a nice fresh texture and a taste as well, but it's not going to come with the pack of a ton of sugar. On with the burgers. We're going to go on with half a teaspoon of chutney on each. Just spread that over the burger. Bang, bang. A little bit of roughage. And all that's left, guys, is tops on. Have a look at that. Holy guacamole. If you'd like, guys, you can hold it firm and cut straight down. Whoa. All right, guys, that is lunch numero uno. I'm very, very excited to get into that. Just like the Hobbit said, what about second breakfast? Well, I'm thinking, you know, let's not neglect lunch. What about second lunch? So before we hop into meal number 2, the macros, calories, and everything else in between of this meal are 104 grams of carbs, 45 grams of fat, and 50 grams of protein, totaling in at 951 calories. Now, I'm a big eater for my meals, so obviously to cut down this, all you have to do is take out a little bit of avocado, maybe take out a burger, or try some very, very extra lean burgers, but I'm absolutely fine with that extra fat. In fact, I need it to get those calories in for the day. So with that out of the way, guys, here is lunch number 2. All right, guys, just got out of the shower. Now, lunch number 2 is gonna be this beautiful thing. It's great. You ready? You just take this out and put it in your fingers and you eat it. Now, I'm totally joking, but this is Ascend Volumizer Cream by Blumaan. So this is a pre-dry volume cream, and it has also got some heat protection properties in it. So that is absolutely perfect. So very, very quickly, guys, I'm gonna walk you through exactly how I do my hair. I mix it up a little bit. I'm thinking about going ahead and doing like a fringe, but I'll have to get a haircut specific for that. So for the time being, guys, all I'm gonna do, get out the shower, and I'm gonna slightly dampen my hair. Now, I want it to be wet as well, and I want it to be completely dry. From there, guys, I take take about 1 coin's worth of Ascend. Now this is a brand new bottle and they've also added in some heat protection properties as I mentioned before. This is a much better one. So this is a squeeze. The one before was a bit of a pump. So you pump and you only get whatever you get in the pump. So this is good. You can kind of work out a little bit better what you want. So rub that into the hands, work that into the hair nice and liberally. You want it to be absolutely everywhere. Now as the name implies, this is a pre-dry cream. So afterwards, I'm going to use a blow dry. You can obviously just let it dry yourself, comb it into the spot you want, but the blow dry is what's gonna add a very nice amount of volume. So I take about a medium heat for my blow drying, and you want to blow dry in the direction that you want your hair to sit, like so. So if I want my hair to sit across this side, you want to be blow drying it over to that side. Ultimately, the goal is to put it in the place where you'd want it to be. So I'm gonna do that and I'll see you after that. All right guys, hair is completely dry, and a big emphasis on the completely dry, because if you jump into this next step with any bit of your hair still being wet, then I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. But anyway, if you do that, then it's gonna clump up in those certain areas and you definitely don't want that. So final piece of the puzzle is to take a fingertip of a styling product. Now I'm using Monarch paste by Blumaan, and I got this in the phenomenal discovery kit. For the time being guys, take that nice dollop, rub it into your hands, and then apply liberally. Now I like to work from the back going forward, because if it clumps up at the front, which is what a lot of guys do, they start to, just run it through this way the whole time, it's gonna clump up at the front, and that's no bueno. You're just gonna look all greasy. It's not gonna be fun. If someone wants to rub their fingers through your hair, that's not gonna be fun. And every single time I do this, guys, I'm always surprised, because honestly, it feels incredible. Whatever is in this, I don't know, you need to make it for your skin as well, because it makes your hair feel so incredible. And that guys is all done and dusted. Super simple, it will only take you 5 minutes out of the shower, if that. So the products I mentioned before, Ascend by Blumaan, the pre-volumizer cream, as well as heat protection. This is absolutely sick. The best thing about Blumaan is they offer a super good discovery kit, which comes with 5 of their styling products. And the reason this is so great, especially if this is the first thing you're trying out, is because it allows you to see exactly what is gonna work for your hair. Every single person has different hair, so not every single person is going to be suited for each product. So this is sick, and you'll be able to pick this up for the same price as it would a full tub. So that is the best thing to go for if you're just getting into it, guys. So these 2 products over at Blumaan, if you want to save, you can do so by using my code Fraser. That is going to save you 10% off. If you have any questions about these products or anything else in between, let me know down in the comments. And also, if you want to see more hair tips, go over to the Blumaan channel as well. I guarantee you there's some sick stuff over there. It's helped me improve my hair. All right guys, moving on to lunch number 2. This is gonna be absolutely sick. So this is gonna be a smoked salmon dish, and this one is definitely the easiest of the 3, but that does not come at the cost of taste. Honestly, this is one of my personal favorites as well, but it is just more on the easy side of things. So without further ado, guys, let's jump right into it. So for this one, the magical toaster is back in business well and truly. So we're gonna be going with sourdough bread. This is my personal favorite for everything. It is just the taste factor. It packs a bunch of protein as well, and overall, it sits very, very good on my stomach. 2 slices of those bad boys. So while that is toasting, we're gonna go with a similar scenario before. So avocado, half a lime, and then a few cracks of pink salt. So I've already made this for you, so I'll do it very quickly. All right, so that is all done, guys. You could also go in with a crack of black pepper if you would like. Bread is all done. We're gonna take that, plate it up. Be liberal with this. We're just gonna spread the avocado all over the toast. Avocado, one of the best fats you could ever, invest your money into. To put it simply, if avocado was a stock, I'd be buying. A little bit of roughage on there. Then all that is left is to go on with the smoked salmon. So this is 100 grams of smoked salmon, which works out to be 50 grams each piece. All right, guys, that is lunch number 2. Very, very fresh. It is insanely good. I'd strongly recommend you try this one out. It's super simple, honestly, 5 minutes. It takes as long as the bread takes to toast. So whatever preference you have, if it's 2, 3, 4, maybe it's 5 minutes. Maybe you like your toast burnt. I don't know, whatever floats your boat. But the macros, calories, and everything else of this meal is going to be 62 grams of carbs, 32 grams of fats, and 39 grams of protein, totaling at 692 calories. So on the lighter side for this, it is quite a nice on-the-go, easy lunch. But as I mentioned before, you could increase the calories, you could decrease the calories by adding in more salmon. You could have a snack on the side. You could also add a whole extra addition to this, like another piece of bread with the salmon on top. So it's very, very easy to work around to fit into your own diet. So lunch number 3, guys, is coming up, and it's gonna be a good one. All right, guys, next up we have an egg stir-fry dish. So I like to call this Australian fried rice because it incorporates a lot of the same principles, but it's more of like an Australian interpretation. So we're gonna be using some eggs. This is the best one. Honestly, this is easy, very fresh. And if you're a big fan of Chinese food or any type of food where they incorporate some rice, they fry up the rice, Japanese food in general, this is gonna be an A game for you because it's gonna be on the healthy side as well. So it's gonna kill two birds with one stone, taste and health. Let's jump right into it. First things first, pan on, we're gonna bring that to a medium heat. And to keep things simple, we're gonna be using instant rice. So this is just 90 seconds in the microwave. It tastes phenomenal. The texture is really damn good. My personal favorite is white basmati. There's not too much of a difference between white and brown rice. So really it comes down to personal preference. Like if that is gonna be the breaking point of whether or not your diet is good, whether it's white or brown rice, then your whole diet's screwed up. But I personally like to cook my rice in bulk. One, it saves a ton of money. Honestly, if it breaks it down to it, I'm gonna be your financial advisor here and say just cook your own rice. It takes 30 minutes, maybe once a week, and you'll be good to go. But I won't lie, this is extremely efficient. So all you gotta do is tear the top a little bit, whack it in the microwave for 90 seconds. So for this recipe, we're gonna be using 100 grams of bodybuilding chicken breast. So we're gonna chop that out finely real quick. And if you're asking yourself, what is bodybuilding chicken breast? Well, it's a recipe up on my YouTube channel. So you'll definitely wanna go check that out after you finish this one. All right guys, so the pan is hot and ready to go. We're gonna be using a teaspoon of pure sesame oil. Gonna do a dash of olive oil in that as well. Move that around, in with a big handful of spinach and kale. That might seem like a lot, but I promise you it will disintegrate a lot. That has started to die down nicely. We're gonna take out our cooked rice and whack it in. Break that up and stir that around. It's nicely mixed in. We're gonna go in with our chicken breast, stir that around. All right guys, the final ingredient here is 1 egg. Now, in order to put an egg in, right, you gotta do it with one hand, all right? So if you don't do it with one hand, then it just won't work, it doesn't exist. I'm obviously just joking, you do 2 hands. So we're gonna go in with 2 whole eggs. I'm gonna stir that around. Now this is gonna cook very quickly. Light handful of spinach, and then the final piece of the puzzle is just a good dollop of soy sauce. This goes a long way, guys. It's gonna make the whole dish come together. Give that a great big stir, and that is good to go. That is a hearty, hefty meal. Love it. How's that? That's fried rice at its finest, dude. All right, guys, that is lunch numero tres. I'm extremely excited to dig into this one. I love fried rice. It's a passion of mine, but it's very hard to find a healthy alternative. So this is problem solved. So I hope you did enjoy this one, guys. The final meal, macros, calories, and everything else in between. 71 grams of carbs, 18 grams of fat, and 51 grams of protein. So this is definitely higher on the protein side of things, a lot lower on the fat. So this is a perfect choice for those of you who are trying to cut down as it's lower in calories. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, let me know by dropping a like on this one and commenting down below absolutely anything. I've done a breakfast one as well for these 3 healthy, delicious, and convenient meals. So if you wanna go check that out, if you haven't, I will link that down below. And I'll also be more than happy to do a dinner one if that is something you guys would like to see. Let me know down in the comments as well, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.